When you go to a rock show and you see that lead guitarist shredding on that stage, right behind them is usually a stack of Marshall amps. Well, now Marshall is bringing that same level of stage excellence to you with their new line of headphones and speakers. The Acton 2 may be compact, but it packs a big sound. With Bluetooth 5.0 technology, you can play your music in glorious stereo sound with no wires required, with great wireless sound in a range up to 30 feet. With classic Marshall details such as a textured vinyl covering, salt and pepper fret, and the iconic script logo on the speaker's strong wooden frame. With a loud heritage of 50 years, you'll want to proudly display this speaker in any room. I'm literally gonna put it in my kitchen or my living room. I'm actually gonna get another one for both. Adjust the volume, treble, and bass with the brass knobs on top, or you can use the Marshall Bluetooth app with built-in equalizer in case you're out of reach. Get your own Marshall Bluetooth speaker today at marshallheadphones.com. Use code JJ15 for 15% off any Bluetooth speaker at marshallheadphones.com. That's JJ15 at marshallheadphones.com. Thanks, Marshall. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode. Happy Friday. Sorry it's a day late. Alyssa just sucks at, I'm just kidding, it's my fault.
We've been waiting to do this for so long.
Yes, Alyssa Kulani is here today, you guys. Round of applause for Alyssa. Wow, I feel like you've done a complete 180 for me.
That's what I think about you. No.
Okay,
I think we're in like the same like boat.
Yeah.
We have a lot of catching up to do.
This is gonna be like a dual. Like, I feel like she's just a host today because she's gonna be probably asking me some shiz and I'm gonna be asking her because honestly, this is just gonna be a catch-up session right here on the podcast today. I guess let's just start with me, how we met and how we know each other, just to give them a background of like, for Alyssa, she's like that friend. I feel like we're so close, but we've never really hung out like a ton.
We haven't like
really ever
hung
out?
we not really. Like I helped her like move and like we'll like randomly see each other, but like I'm always like I'll like hit you up to like talk about things and be like I feel like you know a lot about me.
Yeah. I mean also because I used to be a fan. I mean I am still. But like your YouTube videos, that's how I know her is like I would watch your YouTube videos with Tanner. Are we throwing names out here? Hello? But your ex, we know each other from our exes.
Yeah.
And wow, exes. So we met at VidCon and right?
Yeah, I think it was VidCon.
We met at VidCon, but we had talked a lot before VidCon.
Yeah.
And do you remember we were filming? I think this video may not even be out there.
I think it's on your channel. We filmed for yours where we were like stalking our boyfriends. That sounds so weird, but like that whole couple YouTube thing is like a whole different world. Like you break boundaries in that world.
Yeah, we were stalking them and filming a video. I think it might be out there now that I think about it. But let's talk about like your YouTube career real quick. Like back in the day where you were like literally known for videos with your ex, and some of them may have been clickbait, some of them weren't. Like how did the whole like YouTube thing like start for you? And I feel like maybe because like one of them like popped off, you had to keep feeding off of that, so like was that just exhausting?
Yeah, like, I mean, like, I always made videos, like, when I was, like, 12 years old, like, vlogging my life, and then I obviously noticed that, like, people love relationships. Yeah. So I did it with a boyfriend before Tanner, like, a little bit, and they would get, like, a good amount of views, but nothing really, like, hit. And then me and Tanner, like, were friends, and we started making videos, like, as friends, and people loved that whole, like, are they gonna date? Are they gonna date? Ooh. So, like, we were even egged on to, like, date. Yeah. Where it was like...
Yeah, you said something like that. You were like, wait, I was, like, forced to date this guy.
Basically, because people are like, hey, when are you guys gonna date? Because we're getting bored. And, like, we obviously liked each other, and, like, it ended up doing that anyways. But, of course, like, when 100 people are being like, oh my God, you guys look so cute together, you're gonna think that too. Yeah. So, like, we started dating, and then... yeah, it like pressured us to do like a lot of stuff, like move in together right away. And then like once we moved into an apartment, it was like, let's move to a house. And it was constantly like the pressure of
and you always need to get more views, more views, more views.
Yeah. And it was like getting scary. And like at a certain point I was like, we're gonna have to get married.
Yeah, for views. Like literally.
Because like we're running out of content. Like what are we gonna keep doing? Pranks and like, oh my God, we're living together and we're getting a dog and this. It's like, what's next? We're gonna get married and have a baby and start a family channel. And like think about the channels that like are still going, like JD Vlogs. Yeah. They're married.
They're literally married.
And like I don't mean to say that it's pressured, but like that's like a lot in like I think they were making videos like a year before that.
Wow. That's so true. Like, especially like, yeah, your prank videos. So were any of them just completely fake? Like,
yes. Were yours?
What?
Were yours?
Oh.
Come on now.
I mean, so a lot of, wait, I feel, I can't even like really think about all the videos. I know most of the surprise videos, those were really surprises. The video that's coming to my mind of a prank was the ignoring prank. That was fake, but I got into it. Like, I thought, I was thinking it was real. So, like, it was actually okay. Like, I was acting, but I was acting almost so good that I was putting myself in the position of him actually ignoring me, and it made me upset.
No, yeah, that's how you would get so in the moment. And I feel like that's what people in, like, movies, too. Like, they'll be so in the moment and in their character.
We're just so good at our job.
Yeah, but a lot of my pranks were, like, fake. But honestly, a lot of the surprises were, too. I think I talked about this in my breakup video, but, like, we set up, like, him asking me to be, like, his girlfriend.
Was a video?
It was fake.
It was a video?
Yeah. And, like, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, we were pressured to do these things. Like, we were already dating. We, like, verbally were just, like, we're dating.
Okay.
But then we're like, let's set it up so you give me, like, a teddy bear and ask me out. And then we did that
he came into your room?
Yes.
Oh, my God, I remember this video.
I know.
And it was fake?
Yes.
You were really good at acting?
And I, like, watched those back, and I'm like, ew, that was so awkward. Like, how do people not, like, catch on to this?
Wow. Yeah.
I just exposed my whole career.
No, Jordan would literally be like, that's fake, that's a prank, like a fake prank, blah, blah, blah. And I, even like with Ace family and stuff, I would always be like, no, I love them. Like, it's so real, obviously. And now everyone comes out like you are today, being like, it was all for entertainment. And that's what YouTube is. It's not even that you need to feel bad. It's literally like your job is to entertain, and I made you smile, I made you laugh. That's the job.
Exactly. Yeah. And really of course, like, I'm going to be real in like other aspects, like when I'm talking about like questions with my relationship and stuff. But yeah, the pranks are entertainment. And like that's what you look at it as. And it was a job.
Yeah.
Like it was.
Dang. So you guys also had to be kind of doing those pranks and everything for money, and then were you guys splitting everything? Like, how did all that go?
So we never did a conjoined channel. Like a lot of these like people like JD Vlogs and like
me and Jordan,
Jack and Gavin, like you guys all started like conjoined channels, but we always kept ours separate. We never put it together. So any money that he made, and then any money that I made.
Whose videos do you think did like better and made more money?
We can get into that, but
I mean,
that was like also a problem in our relationship.
Where you were just making more money, and he was probably. I guess like there's pros and cons then to making a joint channel, because with Jordan and I, for instance, like we would split everything, but now I think he just gets everything because like I don't care, I don't need the money, and like he still takes care of the dog. I mean, like just take the money, like I don't care.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm pretty sure he hasn't sent me any, like, I mean, we broke up, like, 4 or 5 months ago. Clearly, the channel's making money every month.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't hear from him. I'm just, like, whatever. Or maybe he comes to my channel, and I'm the one in the, I don't even honestly
like,
know.
honestly, like, it's not
I don't even
that.
know what's going on. But, for instance, like, we were splitting everything at the time, I think. But for you guys, I bet that also causes so much
like pressure.
Yeah, and almost like jealousy because you're
like competing with your own like person, right? Because it's always like, who's gonna take this video? Because like again, you're putting it on one channel, so instead I'd be like, I want this video, you can take this video.
Oh my God.
And like think about having to do double the videos every week. Like,
did you ever think about like, oh, I don't want to promote his video because like I don't want him to make money?
I honestly never thought that. Like, I really wanted him to, like, be on, like, in the relationship, I really, like, wanted him to do well. But I think, like, we both had, like, we weren't on the same page with what we wanted. Like, I was, like, I, like, want to, like, do social media. And I don't think he was, like, fully there. Like, I was doing it before. And, like, I was kind of making money. It was kind of a job. But for him, it wasn't. So I don't think he had that, like, drive and motivation, like, that's why he's not making like videos anymore. Yeah. Because it's just like I don't think he ever really wanted it. But I always wanted him to like be successful, and I like did my best to like I taught like him how to edit and stuff. Like I did everything.
Oh my gosh. So when you guys like officially broke up, I feel like that's when you I feel like you like literally leveled up. Like, I mean, like you did like I said, you did like a complete 180 for me. I mean, like some stuff I'm just like, Alyssa, come on. Like, you know me as like, I feel like I'm your big sister sometimes because like so many of my friends in LA, like we were all sober. We were all like this and this.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, Alyssa, another one bites the dust with you.
I know.
Now you do truth or drink videos. I'm like, Alyssa. But
I honestly, like, I still don't really drink.
Yeah.
Like, it's a really, like, rare thing, especially for me to, like, go out. I know I go to Miami all the time, and I'm always out partying, but, like, I never actually, like, get drunk.
Yeah.
And, like, it's rare for me to, like, be, like, drunk. And, like,
you also did, like, Nelk stuff for a while, right?
Yeah, I was, like, doing some stuff with them, and, like, I guess that kind of also, like, amped up my, like, I wanted to be a little bit more crazy. Because, like, they made it look, like, so good, and people love it. Like,
and it was a lifestyle you were living for a while.
Mm-hmm. Where they were, like, come do this shoot, and, like, you'd be drinking during the shoot, or, like, whatever.
Videos. Just, I feel like, whenever you're, like, thrown into a different thing, like, whether it's cars, whether it's drinking, whether it's clubbing, whether it's something, it's, like, that group, you are the product of your 5 closest friends. If you're friends with them, or you're surrounded by them, or you're constantly going to events, or you're traveling, it's like that's clearly what you're gonna find intriguing and fun.
Yeah.
And so that explains it, I guess. When you go to a rock show and you see that lead guitarist shredding on that stage, right behind them is usually a stack of Marshall amps. Well, now Marshall is bringing that same level of stage excellence to you with their new line of headphones and speakers. The Acton 2 may be compact, but it packs a big sound. With Bluetooth 5.0 technology, you can play your music in glorious stereo sound with no wires required, with great wireless sound in a range up to 30 feet. With classic Marshall details such as a textured vinyl covering, salt and pepper fret, and the iconic script logo on the speaker's strong wooden frame. With a loud heritage of 50 years, you'll want to proudly display this speaker in any room. I'm literally gonna put it in my kitchen or my living room. I'm actually gonna get another one for both. Adjust the volume, treble, and bass with the brass knobs on top, or you can use the Marshall Bluetooth app with built-in equalizer in case you're out of reach. Get your own Marshall Bluetooth speaker today at marshallheadphones.com. Use code JJ15 for 15% off any Bluetooth speaker at marshallheadphones.com. That's JJ15 at marshallheadphones.com. Thanks, Marshall. This episode of What They Don't Tell You is brought to you by Rareform. Fun fact, the average lifespan of a billboard is 4 to 6 weeks, and they usually just end up in landfills. Enter Rareform. Rareform reuses highway billboards into one-of-a-kind bags and accessories. Every product has been cut from a billboard. No two will ever be the same. See for yourself. Go check them out at rareform.com/Jordan. Rareform bags are designed for style and function. Their mission is to create goods that bring vibrancy, sustainability, and practicality to everyday life. Rareform recycles over 80% of all billboards in the country. They collect nearly 500,000 pounds of billboard every month. You can choose your exact bag online. Every product on their site is individually photographed, so what you see is what you get. By the way, billboard ads are made of vinyl, so the bags are durable, water resistant, and they wear well. Plus, Rareform bags are water resistant, lightweight, vegan, and unique. Made from billboards and designed to fit your lifestyle. Go check them out at rareform.com/Jordan. That's rareform.com/Jordan. Go find your one-of-a-kind bag now. You guys know that my family and friends are super important to me. We share stories that we'll want to remember for years to come. That's why I love StoryWorth. StoryWorth is an online service that helps you and your loved ones preserve precious stories and memories. Go to storyworth.com/Jordan and save $10 on your first purchase. That's storyworth.com/Jordan to save $10 on your first purchase. Every week, StoryWorth emails your friends and relatives a thought-provoking question for them to answer. Like, what's the bravest thing that you've done in your whole life? Or if you could see into the future, what would you want to find out? After 1 year, StoryWorth will compile all these stories, including photos, into a beautiful keepsake book that you can keep forever. Whether you're in California or Michigan or halfway around the world, StoryWorth helps you and your loved ones stay connected. This holiday season, I'm giving my loved ones a personal gift from the heart and preserving stories for years to come with StoryWorth. Go to storyworth.com/Jordan and save $10 on your first purchase. That's storyworth.com/Jordan to save $10 on your first purchase. Now, you also do OnlyFans, and you're literally like thriving in your life. How did you make the decision to start an OnlyFans?
I I think I said like a year before I started it, I was like, I'm not gonna go there. And I didn't
Me
have
either.
a problem like with girls doing that. Like I was posting photos like of me kind of topless on Instagram, like all the time. And like I was fine with that, and I was fine with the way that girls express themselves. But I just didn't see myself like wanting to sell my pictures for money. I don't know what it was, but then I was like, I don't know why I'm not. Like, I'm going to put them on Instagram. Like, I might as well make money. And I think it's art. That's why I was posting it on my Instagram. But then my stuff started getting taken down. My YouTube videos were getting, like, demonetized. So I'm like, I need somewhere to put this. And for a while, I wanted to do, like, my own website with it. But then I was just like, okay, let's just put it on OnlyFans. And, like, people already think I'm, like, a party girl and, like, go to Miami and, like, get drunk all the time. So I'm like, who cares? I don't care if I have OnlyFans attached to my name.
You're like, what else?
Yeah.
So... Because I remember also you've been like very open with everything that you've done, and like I remember your YouTube video about like your boob job too, and you've always just kind of been like doing whatever you want and like posting about it, being open. So is there anything that you did hide from anybody where you're like, honestly, I don't know why I hid that, and maybe you've talked about it since, or no?
Honestly, not really. I guess like the only thing like hidden in my life was like is like my relationship like right now, but other than that, like I spew everything out. Like I've never cared, and like I think like because of the last relationship that's given me a lot of trauma, so
I'm like honestly lost, but okay,
but like that's why I want to like hide my relationship. I think you know who it is.
The hidden one or the trauma one?
The hidden one. No, I have trauma from like Tanner being public.
Wait,
like going from like
are you dating him?
Like the guy that you're thinking about?
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm like, the last time we spoke about this guy, like we weren't seeing each other.
Oh, freaking, like, let's go. I don't want to give you like a fist bump for that one, but like, wait. I definitely missed a chapter there. I mean, like I knew, but like I didn't. Okay, well then I'm not gonna ask a certain question that someone asked.
Oh, great.
So good to know. But okay, so now you're in a private relationship. You're not gonna talk about it, but like, what's one thing that you learned from like having a private relationship over a public relationship? Or what's like the best thing about it?
I think the best thing about it being private is that like you're not getting outside opinions. Because like that was a big thing, is just like, oh, Alyssa, you could do so much better. And like, or Tanner, you could do so much better. Like Alyssa's ugly or whatever. And like, you're constantly just like, okay, you guys shouldn't be doing this and blah, blah, blah this. And it's ruining your relationship. And it does. Like when you're working with a person and living with them, like that's crazy. So like, it's nice to like separate those things. And like, I do my own work and this person does their own work. And because like, we're both in like the public eye, like kind of, it's just like better that way.
Yeah.
But like, sometimes I do miss certain things. Like, I like miss posting with like my boyfriend on social media, but like, and like, I don't know, I guess like you pick one or the other. Yeah, I just like, you pick and choose your battles. So I'm like, honestly, I'd rather not deal with like people calling me names for dating this person, and like, that's fine if I'm not posting with them.
Oh my God. Okay. Now, wow. I'm like,
she just learned a whole new thing. Again, we're like catching up. Like, I want to know about you.
Yeah. Ask me what do you want to know?
Okay. Well, last time I saw Jordyn, she was moving to Arizona. Like, I literally helped her move.
The moving
Arizona.
truck day.
Yeah.
Like you were like. Yeah, I just want to give you some freaking props, because I was so upset. I was like, I'm moving to Arizona. I don't want to be moving to Arizona. I was like posting on my like private Snap. I was like crying in my bed being like, I'm literally moving, and I was like posting days before. I'm like, I'm moving. If anyone wants to hang out, wants to get dinner first, like no one responded. And like Alyssa, who I barely even see, is like literally hitting me up being like, let's do this. Like I'm going to miss you. Like, please. So it was like the night of, and I just remember I was literally crying in bed with Jordyn. And I'm like, I leave tomorrow. Like, it's moving. Like, I can't even go see anyone now. Like, people would have to come to Westlake Village to come say bye to me. Like, why does no one care? I was just in such, like, a low spot. And it was just, like, hit me because I was getting my veneers at the same time, quitting my birth control, moving to Arizona. Like, my mom doesn't even live with me anymore. I'm like, oh, my God,
like,
I'm going through
so much.
And then Alyssa came in, like, was what? The only third, like, one of 3 people that came that day.
Yeah.
And she helped me move, and it was so sweet. So, okay, yeah, what was your question? Sorry.
So last time I saw you was moving to Arizona. I, like, had to see you. I knew you were going through it. Like, I saw you crying on your stories, and I was like, I was like, I have been in this position where I've like cried publicly and nobody has been like, hey, are you okay? So like I knew where you were. But yeah, I saw you and you were with Jordan.
We were
moving
great.
to Arizona.
Yeah.
And then I feel like not even, how long ago was
like
it?
2 weeks after I started coming to LA a lot.
Okay, because yeah, you were starting to come back a lot and I was like, okay, she's coming back for work. And then I saw like the breakup video. And that's when I first heard about it. And I was like, what happened? Because I was like, last time I saw you guys, like, happy, fine.
Yeah, happy, fine.
So what happened?
Well, good question. Really, it was that I feel like you would agree with this too, where it's like you're making videos with someone and it's like your life is set with this person. Like you're gonna, you're gonna get married. Like it's for like the vlog channel too. Like we had a couples channel. It's like, okay, we're gonna go to Arizona. We're gonna really focus on our couples channel. I'll still come to LA for my podcast, but like we're gonna narrow down on this couples channel. Like that's the plan. We're gonna like, I was probably gonna be engaged by the end of last year. I feel like, wait, no. The end of like now, this year.
Honestly, I could have saw that coming because like you were talking about it a lot.
Yeah, like I probably would have been engaged right now. I mean, maybe I think because it was like it was
going that way.
Yeah, so I just feel like that was like, okay, we're gonna have this couples channel, blah blah blah, and then I was like, so that was like the life that I was like, okay, yeah, this is what I want. This is how it's going for me. I'm going with the flow. But as soon as I got there, I felt like life was so slow. I felt like I was 30 years old settling down. I felt like I was literally about to get engaged, but I've always wanted that. And I thought that that's everything that we were working toward that 100%. Like we were literally perfect. But overall, I just started noticing that when I came back to LA, it was like, this is the fast life. This is the young me. This is the 21-year-old me. This is the fun, carefree, no pressure life that I want, but I didn't think I wanted.
Yeah.
So anytime I came back to LA, like you said, it was just showing me that I wanted the complete opposite of what I thought I wanted.
Yeah.
And it was eye-opening, and I feel like a lot of people, they'll stick with that, what the picture in their mind or kind of what's
I think it's like comfortability.
Yeah.
Like you get so comfortable that you can't even imagine a life without it. And then you get a little taste of it.
A little taste.
And you're like, oh shit. Like,
and that's what's scary because a lot of people are very controlling in relationships, but it's almost like, wow, I feel like if I maybe had someone who was controlling, being like, you need to stop going to LA, like, don't go to LA or whatever it is like, I feel like I wouldn't have gotten that. Yeah. But since it was so open and, do what you want, do what makes you happy, the sad thing is that LA was the one thing I missed, and I didn't feel, or I always felt guilty. And so for like, since April to June, only really 2 or 3 months, I was just like, wait, I love LA and I feel guilty for liking LA. And he would text me that he misses me and wants me to come home, but like I didn't want to. Like I missed him and I loved him, but I was so torn in this slow marriage, perfect guy route, comfortable, and this fun, crazy 21 phase almost life that I was like, that's why we took a break for a month, because I wanted to see if it was like a phase. We didn't talk. I didn't go back home for a whole month. And I was like, this is going to be what shows me if I am going to be with this life or this life. And yes, I guess after about a week of having the no communication and everything, that's when we talked. And I was like, you know what, this is like the update and this is where my head's at. And I just don't want you kind of to have high hopes. And yeah. But now I'm back in LA and I love it.
Yeah.
And I sadly don't regret it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were like, oh, within 6 months she's going to regret it. Like I definitely miss having communication.
Yeah.
And like recently I've been thinking, okay, like I just miss, like, that was a huge part of my life and that was a huge person. He knows so much about me. It's like a part of me is like, I really want to reach out, but also I'm stubborn, but I know he's very, very stubborn. But I also don't want to have him have any, like, I don't want to like ruin his healing process, or I don't want him to think like I want him back or anything. Yeah. It's just like I want to have a conversation. So it's like, it's tricky.
I mean, like, dealing with the whole like ex thing is just like, it's Like, how do you deal with somebody? Like,
Yeah.
especially when you go through a breakup like that where you guys completely, like, go
Cut it
no
off.
communication. Like, it's always so hard because, like, of course you want that person in your life. You still care about them deeply, but, like, you also don't want to, like, with the healing process and even your own. Because, like, what if you were to talk to him and then all of a sudden you get back into that comfortable and you're like, wait, maybe I don't want to be in LA. And then you're getting sidetracked again. But, like, I think that if something's meant to be, it'll be.
Exactly.
And, like, being in LA, like, you're thriving. And, like, you seem like you're having so much fun. And, like, you've been in a relationship. Like, you were dating somebody before Jordyn.
I've been in a relationship since I was 15.
Yeah. And I was just talking to my mom about you.
Yeah.
And I was literally like, this girl has been dating somebody since she was 15 years old. And she is, like, in her 20s now, where you're supposed to, like, figure out who you are. Like, when is she gonna figure out who she is if she just gets married? Like, I was thinking those things too. And, like, it's so cool to see, like, how much you've changed too with, like, the stuff that you're doing now. I'm just like, damn, like, I'm proud of her.
Thank you. Yeah, I feel like my life would be so, I'm honestly proud of myself for being alone right now. Whether anyone on the internet wants to say I'm alone or I'm not, like,
are you not?
I'm just saying.
Are you talking to anybody?
I'm just saying that.
You'll have to tell me later.
I'm just saying that, like, I'm doing my own thing right now, and I love my alone time.
Yeah.
Let's just say that. And I'm glad that I got out of that comfortable stage and challenged myself, and I've gone through a lot. This season, make sure to spruce up your wardrobe with Express. Make sure to be on the lookout for some great deals this fall from Express. The sweaters and tops are beyond soft with fresh silhouettes, including off-the-shoulder, turtleneck, and cardi. The body contour is so smooth. It's a great base layer for any outfit with cozy material. The extra super soft denim is a dream. It's cozy from the inside out with a brushed interior. If you value comfort, feeling confident, and a great on-the-go style, then Express has something for you. Again, make sure to be on the lookout for some great deals this fall. Find a fit for every RSVP at Express in-store or online at express.com. Going back to, like, the texting thing real quick or whatever, it's just that I feel like with a lot of my exes, okay, most of them actually, it's been complete, like, we broke up, complete cut off of communication. And now I'm like friends with, like, all of them, I feel like, whether it's literally a little bit or a lot, or, like, I've seen them once a year or whatever it is. It's like, I feel like if you cut off communication, there's a greater chance for success of being friends in the future. I don't think I would ever be able to date someone again that I've ever dated. But like I said, it's just a friend that I've opened up to and knows so much about my life, where I feel like the longer the communication is, like, cut off for, and, like, there's no room for arguments. Like, I've still never argued with a freaking person in my life. But I feel like if Jordyn and I continued communication, it would have been worse for the healing process. It would have been, like, just, I don't know. I'm just
There's
glad.
so much, like, room for, like, fighting when it does come to, like, being friends right after you're single. Because, like, you're both healing. You're probably, like, going out with friends and, like, maybe talking to other guys. And, like, you're single now. But so then if you're talking to, like, that other person, it's like, then they're gonna, like, it's gonna start fights because they're gonna be like, oh, are you talking to somebody new and blah blah blah. This, like, it's so good to just cut off all communication.
It is.
Like, I always say, like, if you need to block somebody out of your life, like, you need to do that. And, like, chances are, like, they always come back. They always come back. No matter when it is. It could be 3 years from now.
That's scary. Like, now the whole, like, they always come back thing. It's like all the guys now. It's like they, like, if I, like, went another, like, they would have another girl, like, coming back, and then it's just like, dang, this whole, like, and oh my god, I could just have a whole podcast with you about, like, LA dating life. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's something to get into. I want to know about, like, your LA dating stories, because, like, I've had a lot. Like, I know that I'm, like, in a relationship now and it's been, like, a little messy, but I had moments where I was single and going on dates in LA, and, like,
okay, that's why I was confused. Cause
because I think the last time we talked, I wasn't talking to this person and whatever. But yeah, dating in LA is, like, something else.
Yeah, and I've been to, like, 2 parties for Halloween only, but, like, it's just so crazy to see people talking to people, or, like, what people's, like, motives are. And honestly, because I don't go to parties, I'm like, wait, how am I going to meet anyone? But then at the same time, it's like, wait, I don't want to meet anyone at a party anyway. What I do want to talk to you about, though, is one thing that someone did ask, but we have to make moves. Yeah, we need to obviously hang out more, but we need to do a collab, an OnlyFans close collab.
Oh my gosh.
That'd be fire.
We have to do it.
I did one with Katie, and it was successful.
I saw, and then I saw your one with Riley. And I was going to ask you, I was like I'm also like working on this like kind of like collab like OnlyFans thing, and I was like, Jordyn would be so good for that. Like she'd be so good.
I'm
like,
down.
Your content's so cool.
Thank you. I'm down. We need to do it. We need to make it happen. All right. So we're gonna get to fan questions, but before we get to fan questions, you recently did a YouTube video where you basically did like truth or drink, right? Or like she always on her YouTube, she's become very honest. Okay. So I'm gonna do basically your own questions from your video, but for my audience. And honestly, you can, say like if you weren't as open on your YouTube, this gives you another opportunity to like throw some tea out there.
Yeah, people were mad about that video. They're like, you did not answer enough. And I'm like, I tried.
Well, there's no holding back here at the Jordyn Jones What They Don't Tell You podcast. These questions are gonna go a little OnlyFans on us, okay? Like, sometimes my podcast just gets to be PG-13 rated R, and this is what it is. Today's guest is Alyssa Kulani, so what'd you expect?
Exactly.
What is your body count?
Okay, yeah, I didn't answer this one in my video, and it's like not high, and I feel like I should have just answered
under 5?
No, but it's 6.
Okay.
It's 6.
That's fine.
Yeah, I feel like that's like a pretty...
How old are you?
I'm 22.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
So, I mean, like 6 people isn't that much, and like 4 of them have been boyfriends.
Okay.
So that leaves room for 2 like little things. But like I don't know why it feels so weird to tell somebody like how many people you've slept with.
Yeah, because I haven't. Because of
I don't know, it just leaves room for people to just like, I don't know, assume things. Especially when you put it on like the internet and you're like, oh, I've seen you hang out with this person. Like, especially with me, like people literally care so much about who I'm dating.
Yeah.
And like if I hang out with like Rice Gum, that was a thing for like a year. People were like, oh, she's like hooking up with Rice Gum. I'm like, no, never happened. Like we hung out once.
Oh yeah, you did only hang out once. Yeah, I would say, wait, what was I gonna say? It was about when you said, oh, it's 6, and then you were like, oh, my friend, because I was talking to her, I was about, like, this. She was like, Jordyn, on your deathbed, are you going to be, like, depressed of, like, your body count, or you're going to be on your deathbed being like, I can't believe I slept with that many people. So, yeah, because I tell my friends, I'm like, that is not for me. Like, that life is not for me. And then that's when she said that, and I was just going to tell you, I was like, when you were, like, upset about 6, I'm like, girl, on your deathbed, are you going to be being like, oh, I can't believe I slept with 6 people in my life? No.
Yeah, I honestly probably like, sometimes, okay, I'm not like the type to hook up, but like, I'm like, I wonder if I would have like experienced more when I was like in high school or whatever. Like, sometimes I'm just like, I wish I did that like then, because like now it's like I'm trying to like kind of like focus on a relationship.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, I'm like the type that wants to like settle down younger, and like I like being a wifey. Like that's just like the life that I decided I liked.
Yeah.
So I don't really like, I don't have time to like mess around with people now, but sometimes I wish I did it when I was like younger and like back in like Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, does size matter?
Yes, I think so. Cause like,
I don't
you know what I mean? It can't be too small, it can't be too big.
It matters, that's all.
It does. It matters.
What is your favorite sex position?
I didn't answer this one either because it's so dumb, because like it's hard to explain, but it's like so boring. Like, do you get this? I like a lot of sex positions. Like, if it feels good, it feels good.
Okay.
But my favorite is like missionary, but like with my legs up, like on the edge of a bed.
Okay.
Is that a lot? I'm so sorry. I hope my mom and my
legs
dad
up, she said.
It just hits different, okay?
Okay, that comment was... Okay, next. Are you single?
Yeah, no. Oh, sorry, that's a Canadian thing. Oh my gosh.
No, I say it too.
Okay, you do too?
And when I'm in Ubers, it's the funniest thing. They're like, does it feel good in here? I'm like, yeah, no. But like, I don't know. I answer like 2 questions at once because I assume that they're gonna ask another thing after, and I'm in my head it's a yes question and then a no.
Yeah.
So I'm programmed to say yeah, no, and a lot of people just think I'm saying you know.
Yeah.
So I've
They're
kind
like,
of
"What are you
stopped
doing?"
saying it, but I agree.
Yes.
I get it.
Yeah.
You are no.
I am in a relationship.
Yeah,
Yes.
but the question was single.
No, I'm not
No.
single. I am not single. Because I was like, why did I answer yeah, no? I'm like, wait, am I in a relationship?
How long have you been in this relationship?
Like officially, I want to say it's been almost 5 months.
Okay.
It's been 5 months now.
So yeah, that was like the last time I saw you.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that was when it was not happening.
Yeah.
I think. Okay. When did you lose your virginity?
I was 16, and it was to my first boyfriend, and it was really awful.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say good.
No. Is the first time supposed to be good? Was yours?
No.
Okay.
Well, no, it wasn't bad.
Really?
No, it wasn't bad. It was I've said it on the podcast. I think almost the exact story, which is wow. I can't believe I actually said that before. But it was like a test drive until another night when there was.
Yeah, I feel like
things
it's always
you could use, and then it was good.
Yeah, I feel like it's always like a test drive the first time, and that's why it's just like, okay, this was like really underwhelming. But then the second time, I'm always like, that should be the first time, because then it's like, okay, I'm comfortable with it now, and like I've kind of done it.
Kind of done it. Yeah, your first time is probably going to be a little awkward and a little uneventful, I'd say. Have you ever had a threesome?
Okay. Like, yes.
You have?
Yeah. I've had like one experience where it like got to that point, but
Okay.
I enjoy flirting with girls when I go out. And like my boyfriend is cool with that, and like I like to whoa, this is crazy. I like to like flirt with girls with my boyfriend. And like I will find a. This sounds so crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm spilling so much.
I applaud you, and I want you to keep going because I guarantee you a lot of people are feeling the same way.
You would be like shocked how many people in like
LA?
This world, like LA, have like threesomes.
Okay, so
like in relationships.
Story, yeah.
So yeah, I enjoy flirting with girls and like making out with girls when like I'm drinking a little bit at like parties or whatever, and I'll just be like I could just do it alone, but I think it'd be like, I don't know what it is, but it's just like something like we would enjoy together. Like we both have sat down and be like, wouldn't it be fun to just like hook up with a girl? And like there's obviously like rules that go along with that. Like I don't want like another girl like sleeping with my boyfriend, but like it's fun to like make out with a girl and like play around a little bit. Like to me, like with a drunk night, like I don't know, I guess it's just both. It's something that like I'm interested in, kind of.
It's almost like a kink.
Yeah, I guess it is like a weird like kink in a way where it's like, okay, you can't hook up with my boyfriend like fully, but like you can like come and like hang out and like we're gonna like make out with you and like I know it's crazy.
You just like to have fun.
I do, yeah.
Okay.
It's like that's like a crazy thing about me. Like nobody knows that. Actually, my mom does. I tell my mom about it, but
my mom knows everything.
Yeah.
And like, never mind.
What were you gonna say? I just exposed the most secret part of my life.
Anytime, like, since the first time I ever, like my ex, like, ex, like, the first time I ever had sex, I told my mom right away. All I said was, like, the number. I just said 1, and she knew exactly what I was talking about. So I'm saying that now, I just text her, like, the number. And never mind. I can't continue this.
Yeah, why can't you continue?
I can't continue where I'm going with this, but like, yeah, I tell my mom everything.
Yeah. No, I'm on that same page. Like my mom knows everything. Like, anything that goes on in my life, like my mom knows.
It's scary.
Yeah.
But it's like
it's
good.
also so nice.
It's so nice to have a mom that is cool. I love that.
I can't imagine. Yeah. I love my mom.
I love
I'm
my
gonna
mom.
cry right now.
I love my mom.
Love her so much because I'm like, if I didn't have like my mom to tell things to, like I don't know what I would do.
And the cutest thing is like my mom is starting to tell me things.
Aww.
And like tells me, and I'm like, but the craziest thing is that her issues are literally issues that I've had, and I'm like, Mom, am I gonna have to be dealing with this till I'm 50.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like they go through the same like stuff as us.
Like my mom is, and I love it that she's open with me and I'm open with her.
Mm-hmm.
How much money do you make? Have you answered this?
No. And I don't think I will.
No, how about on YouTube? Like, what's like the most you've ever made on one YouTube video?
I have spoke about this.
I think you told me.
I've
I can't remember.
I did like an interview
30 grand
on it. It was 20,000,
Okay.
like around 25, I think.
That is insanity because I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever even gotten close to that on one YouTube video.
I've never hit it again. I've never made $25,000 off a video after that one, and it was crazy. But like there was
What
a
video
couple.
was it?
It was dating my best friend for 24 hours. Like I started that like video trend and like $25,000 in AdSense.
You'd think it was like a beauty video.
Exactly, because
wow.
it's people like even if you're just doing like boyfriend girlfriend videos, you still get not the best AdSense. So I
No.
was like shocked by that one.
That's crazy. What's the most famous person that you've hooked up with?
I can't really say this one.
Is it?
Yeah. Like I said, I don't hook up with people, so like this question's not fun. Like if we talked about dating in LA, I could tell you some spicy people I've gone on dates with, but like, yeah.
What's the worst date experience you've had in LA? Oh, that's a good one. I've never really been on a date still.
It wasn't even.
I just can't say yes. I don't know.
It's honestly most of the time not worth it. I've met some like pretty dope people that I still like consider like good friends, but there's been like there was this one guy that I went to, like we were supposed to go out for like a movie and like dinner and it was amazing and I was so excited, and then he's like I'm sick, but I still wanted to hang out with him because he was like a celebrity crush I had, so I was like I want to hang out with him, so he's like come over, and I think we had sushi and we watched a movie, and then he's like let's go to my room, and he didn't have a TV in his room or anything, and he was just like making out with me and then was trying, and then I was like no, don't feel comfortable, I'm gonna go, it's my bedtime. And then got ghosted. Like completely ghosted.
Never, no communication after that. That
Never.
hasn't happened to me.
Yeah, I don't like the whole ghosting thing. Like after, I think like letting down easy is cool. But like if I hit you up and I'm just like, hey, you can be like,
What's
hey,
up?
I don't want to see you again. You can at least say, I don't want to see you again.
Blunt.
Yeah.
Damn, you got ghosted like that?
Yeah.
I want to know who it is after this.
Okay.
And then what's the best date experience that you've had in LA?
It wasn't in LA. It was with like an LA person, but like we were in Miami, and
Okay.
like I basically like spent the weekend with like this person. They like took me out, introduced me to all their friends. Like we were doing really cool things like
Wow.
at like clubs, and like he was like bringing me on stage and like all this stuff, and it was like really dope. Like brought me to dope dinners, introduced me to people, and he was just so like amazing. Like he was just awesome. Like we had fun.
And then what happened with that one?
I cut it off because I now have a boyfriend, but at the time it was an ex that like I wasn't, I couldn't get over. So it was like, I met a lot of amazing people during my little like moments where I was single.
Yeah.
But it was like,
Not fulfilling for you.
I was like, I love my ex. I can't like be with anybody.
Love the honesty though. Love the self-awareness. Secret that you didn't tell your parents in high school.
I talked about this in my video, and it's that I like snuck out a couple times. Again, like I told my parents everything, but like I think I just snuck out because it was like the rush of it. Even though if I would have been like, hey mom, hey dad, can I go out tonight? Or can I have these people
Your
over?
little sneaky
They'd be like,
links.
okay. And I was like, but it's fun that I just get to like sneak out of my basement window.
Sneaky link since what is it?
What is it?
No, 12? 13? What year were you in? I was gonna say like since 08, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my god, I don't even know.
How old were you?
Like it'd be like 2015, 16.
Oh, okay, it's a little later than I thought. Well, this question, have you ever kissed a girl? The answer is yes, huh?
Yes. I mean, but who doesn't like kiss their like friends too? Do you not kiss your girlfriends?
I don't. I've kissed, I think, like 2 girls, but it was in a complete like. Well, I don't drink, so it's not like
I feel like that's a drunk girl thing
Yeah,
where you're like,
maybe.
oh my god, let's kiss.
Yeah, I mean, like I've kissed Kellyanne in like it might have been in like games or something, not just like
yeah.
I'm weird, I guess, like because everyone I know does that.
I feel like that's like a drinking.
It's totally
thing.
a normal thing, I think.
Yeah.
Last one is what's your type?
I honestly, I mean, you can like knowing who I'm dating now compared to my ex-boyfriend, they don't look
nothing alike.
They look nothing alike, and that's the same with like my 2 other like
same.
exes.
Oh my god,
do not look anything alike. Like they're all very different people, even
it's
like
a vibe.
personality-wise. Yeah, it's just like if you like meet these certain like things like for my needs, then like I'll like you.
Yeah,
and I think like if yeah, because you also like change too. Like I get that some people have like a set type where they're like, I will only date guys that are like 6'6" and tattooed and blah 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 this. But like mine is just like I change so much. Like yeah, it might be crazy, but like I'm always changing. Like the way that I looked when I was dating Tanner is like night and day.
Totally different.
Yeah. So I feel like I
But
kind of
actually not. I mean, I feel like because like your eyes stay the same, that like I just see your face as the same thing.
I was just like, I don't know. I just like change a lot. So I'm just like, it's not really about looks for me. It's never been about looks. I don't know. So that's like a big thing for some people. Yeah. They're like, I need somebody that looks like really
tall. Like what you said, a lot of girls are like, I will only date a 6'2" man.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, but like short guys are kind of better.
I prefer short guys. 5'8" around there is like my preferred town. Okay. So for my fan questions, here we go. Why did you move out of Mai's place?
Oh my gosh, I get this question so much. Did I talk to you about this at all? We had some issues. I love her. I still talk to her all the time. She's one of my best friends. It was like living together and just like when you live with somebody, you have to be very similar. Yeah. Like it's like if one person is cleaner than the other person, it's not going to work. And like if you can't take care of your own like responsibilities, it's not going to work. Yeah. And like I never had a roommate other than like my boyfriend at the time, and we were the exact same person. So like
I couldn't imagine having a roommate.
Yeah. Like I don't know. I love my alone time too. I just like need to be alone. So I think it just hit a point where I was just like, okay, can't deal with this anymore. Like I'm out. But I mean, like, I'm living with, like, my friend right now. So, but I'm, like, searching for a place. But, like,
oh, my God, you need to move to the building I'm in. I'll say it after, but it's the best.
Yeah, tell me about it. Because I'm, like, searching for a place.
She's got the OnlyFans money, too. I know, it's great.
She's like, I know.
I'm like, okay. Yeah, I got you set up.
Yeah. It just didn't work out. Yeah. And I love her, but not to live. Don't like living together.
All right. Next question is, are you into older men?
Again, I don't really have a type. I mean, like, what's older?
I mean, I think when they say older men, they mean, like, older men.
No, I can't do it. And I don't know if, is that, like, a daddy issue thing or something?
I don't know what it is. I think it's know like a kink, literally.
Yeah, because, like, I've never been into anybody that I could be, like, you like older guys, I'm like, you look like my dad or you act like my dad, so I don't like that. Like I have a really great relationship with my dad. Like he's like my best friend, but I wouldn't date my dad or any of his friends. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, stay away from me. Like I like baby faced boys, I think.
Okay, too. Just clean shave, like same.
Yeah, like I like when they just look young.
Cute.
Like not young.
When they look comfortable. Like when it's
I'm digging myself in a cuddly. Yeah.
Like I don't want like big, tough guy. Like I prefer like someone I can just like cuddle with and be safe with. Yeah. But you could be, I feel like a lot of people when they say, oh, I want someone to make me feel safe, they go for like the bigger, more masculine, like tattoos, piercings kind of guy. But for me, it's like when someone is comfy cozy, that's my safe. Yeah. Like not like safe meaning like protect me from the bad guys.
It's like a home feeling. Yeah. I like the home feeling with guys. Me too. Where it's just like I always said, like I love dad bods, I like cuddly guys that are just like sensitive looking and don't look like they could hurt me. Like if you look like you could throw me across a room, like get away from me.
Red flag.
Yeah.
Relationship advice.
I need some right now. No, I'm really figuring out like the whole relationship thing because mine have been like I was always like younger or like it was a work thing where it was like that was clouding everything with a relationship. But I don't know. I think
like top 3 things that you like have found along the way, maybe.
Respect,
or honestly, top 1 thing. Like,
I think top 1 thing is like respect and like communication. Yeah. Like just like respecting that the other person, like respecting their time, respecting their like their energy that they're putting in. Yeah. And then also just like communicating. Like if you are wanting to do something and you're scared to tell me, like, you shouldn't be scared to tell me anything. Like, I'm gonna understand. And it's just like being open and honest. Like, again, that's probably because I get it from like my mom and like that relationship. Is that I'm like, if you just tell me things, like, I'm gonna be less mad. Right? Like, just being honest is like better than, you know, hiding things and not communicating.
Finding out things later, or I would say, like, because I have this friend right now who's very she's a long ways into this relationship, and there's one thing that this just hasn't been talked about, and I don't think it is, but I'm just saying, if it was me, I would have wanted that to be out of the way. So, like, now moving forward in relationships, like, I like to have everything out on the table, because that's the best way of going through with something, is knowing everything, when a lot of people are secretive and they don't want to share, but it builds up, and then there's guilt, and then it's just like having everything on the table, being such an open book I feel like, in my experience, has a more successful rate.
Well, yeah, because like when you think about it, like, you're going into a relationship with a guy and you decide to hide things from him, or like you're not being completely honest all the time, or not communicating how you feel, you're setting up the boundary for like your own relationship, and you're setting the bar low.
And I feel like then you allow more things on yourself that they do, because in the back of your head, you're like, oh, but this, and this is what I did, and he doesn't know it. But I'm okay with him doing it. It just, it's a lot. And it's like kind of toxic. So, you know, have everything out on the table is my advice. Well, I mean, I feel like we could literally talk forever, but it's already been a long time. So I definitely want to have a part 2 with you. I feel like we could literally do a whole episode about dating and like advice. So if you guys want to see Alyssa on like a complete advice podcast, even if it's freaking in a week from now, it doesn't matter. Let us know in the comments, because I literally feel like you've learned so much, I've learned so much, and there's a lot out there that we can just have like a girl talk episode, because this was just the catch up and getting you guys to know her and me. So, but yeah, thank you so much again for coming on.
Thank you so
literally
much
missed
for
you.
having me.
We actually like need to have a tea catch up session. But thank you guys for listening again. I will see you guys next Thursday with Danielle Cohen, and make sure you guys rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, and make sure that you add us to your Spotify playlist. And thank you again. See ya.